Good evening traders, it's Simon at Kairos Capital Markets with the daily direction prediction for the 5th of July. So we're a little bit earlier this one purely because the markets are looking to the 1-1 trade or the Asian session one, so I'm pushing this a little bit early for you guys so you got a little bit of heads up. So we'll look at we've got two on the watch list today. We've got Aussie yen and Kiwi dollar. We'll go down through Aussie yen. We'll do Kiwi dollar first. We'll do Kiwi dollar first of all, and I'll show you this is my better one I quite like and what I'm looking at now for the next 4 hours. So on the weekly chart you can see it's been quite bullish run up here. We have with 7 weeks worth of bullish sentiment, and also the monthly close out quite bullish as well. So I'm looking for a tiny pullback here. 73 being the key level though, which is quite nice. As you see there, and we got RSI at 100 with bearish MACD divergence there. Let's draw that in for you as well so you can see the bearish MACD there. There you are, bearish MACD divergence. So the weekly is looking, forget the candle shape, the energy to the downside looks quite nice, so there'll be anticipation for selling further on. The daily, however, has this kind of lots of rejections, and it's a little breakdown here quite nicely. So kind of like how you saw here, but the difference you saw here was there's no bullish move back again, where there is a bullish move here, but there's no bullish move back here. So the sentiment to the upside has been quite hasn't really been here as such, so it looks quite nice for a bearish move lower. And we're going to show you the cleaner 4-hour chart, what I'm looking for in the entry criteria. So as you can see here now, we're making higher highs, higher lows, higher low, higher high. This low here crashed down, it broke the 4-hour 50, broke this upward sloping trend line quite nicely. And what I'm looking for now is deceleration and a breakdown again below the 4-hour 50. I want this to break below the 4-hour 50, simple as that. That's what I'm looking for here. So on the next, if this closes the next 3 hours or so below the 4-hour 50, I'm happily taking, no problem at all. So if you look where my indicator line is there, a little 30 pip stop there, that's what I'm looking for roughly, and we're looking to get about 2%. There we are, something around that kind of figure there, that kind of trade I'm looking for. So once we pull back and respect this trend line and the 4-hour 50, I'm happy to take this short. And to show you that on the 1-hour chart, what it kind of looks like as well. So notice here we've had this break, this higher here, we put a higher low in there, we can't pull back a little bit, then we came down the 1-hour chart. This is the first lower low. This is where the lower high will come in, and hopefully, like I said, we break down below the 1-hour 50, and this is the 2-hour EMA on the 1-hour chart, but it's actually effectively the 4-hour EMA. So close below this level here on the 1-hour chart, I'm happy taking. And like I said, I'm only putting a 30 pip stop in because if you've done all this already, you've had a trend change, you've respected the 1-hour 50, respected the Fibonacci 382 level, you've got to take it at some point, simple as that. And the key weekly level of 7300 is there as well, in which case it looks like it's just respecting that as well there. So I quite like that short there, and this is my more preferred trade at the moment. My next trade is Aussie yen. Now Aussie yen at the moment doesn't present too much. I just see it as being a little bit of value there. 87 being the key level, 1, 2, 3, bit there, 4, and then there's a 5th one here. A bearish engulfing candle, so the downside's quite nice. We had some news this morning from the Australian RBA, so that was bearish clearly, you can see that. And then on the intraday price action, it's quite clean, this one is really for intraday. Give 1 second there. So there's your 1-hour chart, nice trending upwards, simple as that. Higher highs, higher lows. There's a high, came down there. It put in, you could say head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder here. The neckline would be at 80.59. There's your head there. You just collapse out the sky. And now you want to grind up to test the 1-hour 50 plus the Fibonacci 382. That's what you're looking for there. Once you test that, get in and get up before the 4-hour 50. And I hear you ask why. Well, if you look at the 4-hour, 85.50 has been key in the past. So you got that level there just below the 4-hour 50. But notice how it's been respected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you want to get out before it even touches the 4-hour 50. Simple as that, pretty much, guys. That's what I'm looking for here. I do overall feel the yen is quite bearish. So going long Aussie yen was a good idea, but obviously not quite like right now. But like I said, if you get the pullback here, it could form a head and shoulder 86.5 as well. It could, and that's why I'm looking for a live entry to see what it really does. Because to be quite honest, guys, it comes up to say 0.5, then breaks down below the 1-hour 50. I'm still happy to take this down for another 1.5% trade there. So tomorrow could be a very nice 3.5% day tomorrow. I hope you're well, guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.